Let me ask you this. In the past, when silver was lagging, you've held back production. Is that a strategy you're looking to repeat?
Welcome to Silver Heist. Thank you to our returning subscribers and guests. In this video, we're going to talk about Keith Neumeyer and show 3 times that his First Majestic Silver mining company held back selling silver in 1,000-ounce bars to the banks and industry because he was not seeing a good spot price to sell his mined silver product. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And try and fool me a third time, we won't get fooled again. So for the most recent time that First Majestic Silver is holding back, if not actually hoarding, 300,000 ounces of silver, this time it's different. For some time, First Majestic Silver has also sent a portion of their mined and refined 1,000-ounce silver bars to 2 vendors to turn into silver bullion, rounds and bars, to sell to their investors and other silver stackers. In this way, they could increase the value of their mined product by selling a finished bullion product in 1-ounce, 10-ounce, or 100-ounce sizes, even half-ounce sizes. But due to stacking demand and by not controlling the process of minting, this sometimes led to empty shelves. I've interviewed Mr. Neumeyer twice on this channel. I've also kept up with the news to cover these timely news topics about holding back the 1,000-ounce bars and new products being sold through the First Majestic Silver Bullion store or special sale prices at the store. So I will share 2 brief interview clips, one from 2021, one from 2022, to provide context about Mr. Neumeyer holding back the 1,000-ounce bars, one interview from me and one from Barbara Camboni. So this will be a privilege to hear from one of the most informed, best interviewers in the silver and gold space. But let's hear from Barbara first. No, she's the best.
We did hold back some production in Q2. It wasn't a huge amount of ounces. I think it was about 250,000 ounces we held back because the last couple of weeks of June, the metal price, silver price just dropped so much, and I just stopped selling because I just got so frustrated with it. And we actually started buying back some stock. We bought 50,000 shares of First Majestic stock in the market because the share price is just, not looking particularly good.
So in the third quarter of this year, First Majestic Silver held back from sale and warehouse 1.4 million ounces of your silver mined product. What led to that decision, and can you give us an update on that?
Sure. It's not the first time we've done it. And, for people that don't know, I come from the banking system as a trader, for 3 of the largest national banks in Canada back in the 80s. And so I've got a bit of a trading blood in me. And, when I see these, big gyrations in anything, I try to take advantage of it. And in the case of silver, we're at $30 an ounce just earlier in the year, and it dropped all the way down to the low 20s. I figured it was going to bounce, and I was right. So we ended up profiting on that trade, for the tune of, a few $1 million extra, comes into our bank account. And, I think, it's not our business to hold, ounces for long term. Our shareholders want to see top line, revenue. They want to see, bottom line profits. And, if we hold back too much metal like we did in the Q3, that's $35 million in revenue that we didn't take in that quarter. And, that's a lot of profit that, we're obviously not taking. But I'm a bull on the metal. I hate selling silver at these prices, but we are a business after all, and we have a lot of employees that we have to feed and take care of. So we do have responsibilities. We do it occasionally when we see big gyrations in the metal prices. We did then, and we'll likely do it again in the future. It's just it's not something we do every quarter.
What if First Majestic Silver bought a private mint or bought a vendor to the U.S. Mint to produce the blank silver planchettes to make the 8 to 40 million American silver eagles that are made each year? Is vertically integrating a possibility?
We've looked at it, and it's not easy to do. It is quite a different business. I think having a refiner would make some sense. Having a mint as well, also because we're a big producer of product. I'd like to get there at one point in the future.
So in September 2023, First Majestic Silver announced that they had indeed started to build their own mint, which I covered. So while they cannot control the spot price not being what they would like it to be, by having their own mint, they can control their bullion store's empty shelves problem, which happened from time to time. So let's hear from Mr. Neumeyer himself on their 2023 end-of-year public address to shareholders recorded late January 2024. So as he discusses their new mint, maybe they can increase the number of ounces that they sell as bullion product to stackers instead of the 1,000-ounce bars to industry at spot price. And stay to the end to learn why they are still holding back 300 1,000-ounce bars from the banks and industry.
We've had a couple of questions come in this morning, Keith, in relation to First Mint. To summarize them, we sort of wanted to get a status on the mint itself. When you anticipate the first pour and the first sale?
For those who aren't aware, the company has been selling silver products to primarily investors, shareholders, and then it worked out over time that, even outside of our internal network, a lot of sales started coming in, and we realized that the mints were really the bottleneck, and we reached peak silver production, which is kind of funny. The mints that we use just could not give us more ounces, despite our demand. And our demand, we estimate, and we don't know, time will tell, and 2024 will be an interesting year to prove the thesis out. But nevertheless, we expect somewhere between 200% to 300% increased sales through our retail e-commerce website as a result of opening up our own minting facility. We made the decision about a year ago. It's taken some time. Permits took forever, getting the equipment on site, and getting the people in place, and just all the logistics of starting a brand new entity or business, has of course its challenges. But it's been a pretty exciting time for us. We've got some extremely talented people working for First Mint that I was able to acquire from other competitors, and they were happily moving over to us. We're the only mining company that I'm aware of that actually will produce ounces on the ground and process them and sell them to an end buyer. I don't think there's anyone else that does that. We're anticipating, as I said earlier, somewhere in the 25 to 30 million, maybe 40 million range in revenue from the mint in 2024. We'll see if that prediction, pans out. Don't hold me to that, but that's kind of the number that we're working towards. Our first pour or our first stamps will be likely in 2 to 3 weeks. I was just there a couple of weeks ago with the team, and things are progressing quite nicely, but there's still a couple of things that need to be accomplished before we can actually achieve our first pour. But as I said, it'll happen in Q1, and we hope to come out with further news on this exciting project in the next few weeks.
So it sounds like First Mint is about to stamp, pour, or cast their very first silver bullion products themselves in a matter of weeks. So that should solve the empty shelves problem or relying on other mints to produce their popular products. It would also allow them to profit from keeping the production more in-house and vertically integrating, which was my very question back in 2021. So why is First Majestic Silver holding back 300,000 ounces from the banks and industry at this very moment? 300 1,000-ounce silver bars, but then warehoused by First Majestic, even hoarded. Why did they not sell those 1,000-ounce bars in late 2023 to the banks and log those sales into their 2023 performance? Well, as this very recent press release indicates, the company held 300,000 silver bullion ounces in finished goods. I think they mean the 1,000-ounce bars, as inventory as of December 31st, 2023, and that it has been dedicated to build an initial inventory balance for the company's minting facility, First Mint, and that the value of that inventory was $7.1 million. So they're not hoarding those 300,000 ounces for no good reason. Those ounces are headed to First Mint to provide the initial inventory of silver to make the very first beginning to end mined to bullion products, all in-house, and then sold on First Majestic's Bullion store website, with the possibility of the first products being struck as soon as March 2024. Let us know in the comments below, if it was a good price, would you consider buying silver bullion directly from a mine, or if you have already bought First Majestic Silver Bullion products, or whether you hold First Majestic Silver stock shares itself. Does this look like a good move to make sure that stackers have another reliable source of silver bullion? Let us know your thoughts. Please give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.